Okay, so I'm making this video today especially for my Uber and Lyft drivers. You guys have been leaving me so many posts and been supporting the channel so much, so I'm going to take the time today to give you guys back a little information and shed some light on some valuable information. Now, like always guys, I never claim to be an expert. I always tell you to get a second opinion with your CPA, and all I'm telling you is what I would do. So this is coming directly from one of our viewers. She actually took the time to really just break down everything and anything you need to know about Uber and Lyft and what you can spend this money on. So let me read to you exactly what she has stated that we can use the money on if you find yourself as an Uber or Lyft driver. What you can use this money for is vehicle expenses, for example, parking fees and tolls, standard mileage rate if not deducting actual expenses, and if actual expenses such as maintenance and repairs, fuel, oil, registration fees, insurance, tires, loan interest, and depreciation if you own your vehicle. You must keep a good logbook to substantiate the vehicle expenses. Okay, so just starting off, that's what she explained. What you need to have is logbooks, lumper fees. I don't know what lumper fees are. Maybe you guys, that's a term, that's an industry term. Business use of cell phone. Okay, the cell phone, definitely, that's a good one. Travel expenses including lodging, meals with limitations, and laundry expenses if incurred while traveling away from home. Union and trade association dues. So if you guys have to belong to a union, that's something that you have to pay for. State or local government licensing and regulatory fees. Pretty simple. Flat rate occupational taxes and excise taxes. For example, heavy highway vehicles use tax. So this may be for someone who does maybe Uber freight. I'm not sure, or what's that? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Liability, insurance premiums, subscriptions to trade publications. So if you guys belong to any or subscribe to any magazines or anything for your business, the cost and upkeep. For example, cleaning of uniforms if they are required for work and not suitable for everyday wear. For example, the cost of safety, shoes, gloves for a truck driver carrying blacktop. No, if you wear a company uniform but are not required to wear it, you cannot deduct from uniform expenses. Leasing costs, for example, a truck's driver's trailer rental fees and a taxi cab's driver rental fees paid to a cab company for the use of their vehicles. Fees paid for dispatch services. So if you guys have any of these expenses, these are not only what you can spend it on, but these are some ideas of what you can spend it on, because I know a lot of you have said, well, I've got this money, what can I actually spend it on? There's only so much gas and so much tolls I can pay for. Can I pay myself with it? Can I, that's one of the biggest questions I get. That wasn't outlined here, but I will tell you, when it comes down to paying yourself with the EIDL loan, the most important thing about paying yourself would be that you need to make sure you don't pay yourself more than what you normally were paying yourself or earning in 2019. It's not a gift. It's not something that you can just give yourself one lump sum and say, here you go. Here's an early Christmas or birthday present, and just go ahead and have fun with the money. It's not for that. You can't pay off your car. You cannot buy a new car. Even though I had some Uber drivers and Lyft drivers leave me messages stating that the SBA has told them that you can actually do that. Now remember guys, I've explained this to you before, that the SBA is not responsible for giving you bad information. So if one of their reps who answers the phone tells you that you can spend it on something and it turns out you can't, there's no repercussions that you have towards the SBA. The responsibility is totally yours. So before you guys make any moves, I would definitely recommend speaking to your accountant, making sure that you're doing all the right moves. If you guys don't have an accountant, please let me know. Leave it down below in the description section. I'll recommend you the CPA that I use. He pretty much handles all my stuff and I never have to worry about it. He does obviously always try to work on my best behalf, but he always keeps me safe. So that's what I really appreciate about him. And if you guys are in this industry, I know a lot of you guys are suffering right now because there is so much travel lost right now, and there's so many people who are not going anywhere, and I know a lot of you guys are hurting. So you might be asking yourself, can I just pay myself the difference in what I was normally earning to what I'm earning right now? And the answer to that is yes, that's actually what it's meant for. But you have to be providing services for your business. So you just can't give yourself the difference just because you want to. You have to give yourself the difference because you're doing something besides driving. So what do I mean by that? Are you promoting yourself? Are you making repairs to the vehicle yourself? Are you doing any type of accounting for the business yourself? There's a lot of things that you do for the business besides driving. And if you can't think of any, I'm sure you can get together with other buddies who drive Uber and Lyft, and you guys can kind of put your heads together and figure out what is it that we could be doing right now to generate more business. What can we do right now? Maybe Uber or Lyft have a forum, or maybe they have publications that go out to you guys and they give you examples of how to get more business going. You know, that's just an idea that I have, and what I would do if I was in your shoes would be the following. I would make sure that I start to follow some trends. Now, business is starting to pick back up. Travel is starting to pick back up very, very slowly. But maybe there's some other demands out there. Maybe there's some other people who are using Uber now besides people who are traveling, people who are, you know, in need of it. You know, obviously you're not using Uber in the morning to take kids to school. So there has to be something. There has to be places where you guys can go and spend more time, or a different demographic of people that you can start servicing. That's just my ideas. I mean, what I would do, maybe diversify into different areas and locations. There could be more business in the next town over. That's just something that I'm a little bit, you know, I try to think outside the box. And if Uber and Lyft is not working for you 100%, guys, there's other things you could be doing, such as maybe, since you're driving around anyway, maybe you could start dropping off packages for attorneys, or maybe you can make what's that called, courier services, you know, things like that. Those are some other options what you could do with your time, just to fill in the gaps, because you're already driving around anyway. It's just an idea. I'm going to continue making these videos for you guys, and I hope that this video suits you well and gives you the information that you need. I appreciate you guys tuning in, always giving me positive commentary. If you guys want, you can leave down below your information, where you're from. Tell us about your Uber business, whether you guys are doing good, if not so good, or if you guys are crushing it, so we can all share with each other, so you guys can help out the community. It would mean a lot to me if you give this video a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, turn on those notification bells. But most importantly, guys, check out the links down below. If you're watching this and you're thinking, I need to do something else besides driving to supplement my income, maybe you want to take one of my courses. They're heavily discounted. You might want to check those out. You can learn about real estate investing. You can learn about becoming a real estate agent, because real estate agents, to be honest with you, make great Uber drivers, and great Uber drivers make good real estate agents. The reason why is because you meet so many people every single day, and when you talk to them about something, why not real estate? Maybe you could talk to them about real estate and get your first client right there. So start thinking creatively, guys. You guys have to start mixing ideas and putting two things together to try to come up with something that's going to fit and it's going to be right for you. So take advantage. Those courses are really, really good. I've got 16 years plus, or maybe close to 18 years now, of real estate experience, and I condensed it all down into just a few steps. You guys just have to follow my steps. I've made it so easy. There's no way you can fail if you follow that. So, like always, if you want to learn more about the EIDL loan, if you want to learn more about what you can and can't do with this money, I just recently updated my most popular video on what you can do with the money. You're not going to want to miss it, because I outlined 13 steps, simple 13 steps of what you cannot do with the money. And I also broke down the difference of what working capital is and what operating expenses are. And that's what you should actually be focusing on. Not so much the working capital side, but the operating expenses. Because that is what the SBA will allow you to spend your money on, not working capital. Working capital is something totally different. So I'd appreciate if you guys check out that video. I'm going to leave a link to it right here. And before you go, don't forget, please crush that like button. It would mean a lot to me, and it would get this video out in front of so many more people who desperately need to see this, just as yourself. There's a lot of Uber drivers out there who are completely lost, who haven't even applied for the EIDL loan, and those who have applied for the EIDL loan have no idea what they can actually do with the money. So it would mean a lot to me if we can get this video up there. Normally these videos get about 5% likes. Let's try to get that up to 10%. It would really, really mean a lot to me, and it would make a world of difference to everyone out there who's struggling. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time. Appreciate everyone. Have a great day.